Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. I got a super, super juicy episode for you guys today. And I know I don't make this type of content, but I felt like this needed to be talked because, oh, it's so good. And now, so, first, getting into this, if you haven't seen a few days, like in the last week, there was a village trustee or board of trustees meeting that I attended, and I spoke up. I did the one thing I never really do, and that is speak in public. So, I did that. I stumbled through a little bit of my speech because I don't do that. So, before I get into this, I'm going to read what I wrote in clear, concise, and I will also have a script, also have the script posted right here so you guys can follow along. Good evening, trustees and mayor. Before I start, let me make it clear because certain people are going to try to lie about what I said. I am not with any group, nor am I a Republican. I am an independent and am here as a concerned citizen of Antioch. You can't say anything important about anything vital without offending somebody out there. We've all heard, but if I tell the truth, I'm going to get in trouble. Fair enough, but if you abide by that lie, you're also going to get into trouble. So disavow the notion that there is a trouble-free pathway. We're in trouble both ways, so you get to choose your trouble. The greatest trick the devil has ever pulled was making people think he doesn't exist. These people are disguising their sinful and immoral acts under inclusiveness, and day by day we are turning away from God and His teachings. I've been sitting on the sidelines for years, refusing to speak up for the fear of my address getting doxxed, being fired, never being able to find work, and the safety of those that I hold dear being threatened with harm or worse. But after seeing what has happened to someone who I am glad to say is my friend, I realize that sitting by is only helping the problem. I no longer care about the lies or the threats to come for speaking up, and I encourage everyone listening to not be afraid from the very small voices on the internet. It isn't real life. Stand up for your kids and stand up for God, as He will win in the end. Now, that was my speech. I did stumble through it. If you want to watch it, I will have a link. I will have it linked down below in the description and somewhere up here in the card if that's still a thing on YouTube. So, that's that video. That meeting was what was it? Wow, that was already a week ago? Man, time flies. Or no, 15 days. It was the 15th, sorry. So, after that, I go by a few days just being content. I felt like what I said was good, and I got the point across, and I definitely got some appreciation, good feedback, and likes from people that are at that board meeting and afterwards the next few days. But something caught my eye as I was scrolling through Facebook, like I typically do when I'm bored and want to see what people I follow are up to. And I see this post by a Facebook page that I started following has a screenshot about me. And I thought, oh, this is certainly new. And like I said, I don't typically put myself in front of people. And so I looked. I almost scrolled past it, so I looked at it and I saw. I saw. It was definitely the day. It was the day of the meeting. It was after it. I didn't see it because, of course, it's the people who have been very vocal and very. I can't really say that on YouTube, but I think you can fill in that blank where I'm going with. Um, saying that what I said, what I feel, and what I have been going through is bullshit. And so I see that this page, the original post wasn't on a page. It was somewhere else. Tried to keep it away from me, but I found it. I found it. You tried to hide it. I almost missed it completely, but I found it. So, what the so the screenshot in the post I will get to later, but the post, the response post said, maybe the fear I have in speaking out is knowing that the village board gives support to a group of activists known as these people who have been attacking concerned parents like Katrina, who, if you didn't see that video, that will also be linked somewhere below and possibly in this corner if, like I said, if YouTube still does that. The village board gives support to a group of activists known as them. And I will keep the name private because I am not that typical person who will try and defame, who try to what's the word, try and like be, you know, if you know what I mean, you know what I mean. So I had asked this page, whoever it is, I don't know who it is, if they could link me to the original post. And oh boy, was there more and more stuff in it. So juicy. And I will get into that because, as I found out earlier today, the person who posted this original stuff, this was just a comment, who posted the original thing talking about me, well, I found out earlier today that the post is gone, disappeared, deleted. Kind of like the Hillary's 30,000 emails.
When she releases her 33,000 emails that have been deleted.
Just gone. But, luckily for me, and for all of you watching here today, I have the receipts. I have the screenshots. They tried to hide it from me once I found out about this post was being talked about moi. And they tried to hide it. This person tried to hide it. They tried and they failed. Because, like I said, I have the screenshots. And the screenshots will be shown with privacy, with redacted information for their privacy, because I am such a good person. But you try to talk about me. You try to hide it. I will find it. And I will expose it. So, the post in question. Let's see. So, it started off by, this person, Crystal, who I've never met any one of these people, tried insulting me, tried saying that what I go through, what I experience, and me trying to speak out about it is bullshit. It's fake news. It's so fake. But they've said that they go through insults, and these people from what I've seen, or at least some of these people are educators or former educators, and say that the hate they go through has given them sleepless nights, has been giving them anxiety, but but when a parent, a loving, concerned parent for her kids, is speaking up about these issues, about these anti-America, anti-freedom, complete like white men, white people hating, how we're so racist, how just all of this critical race theory garbage they try to shove down and lie and say that, oh, it's not being talked about. We don't talk about CRT. They lie about it. They lie about it, and they try to attack the people who raise the concerns to make them think they're illegitimate. And that, my friends, fallacy. Character assassination is a fallacy. That's not bait. That's an attack. But reading all these insults that they try to put me, I slept like a baby. I laughed because they tried to insult me. The first thing they said is they called me a 3%er. Well, they try to say that as an insult, but actually that's a compliment, because let me take it on a little history lesson. 3%ers, if you do not know, because some people have tried to make it like an alt-right, far-right group, yada yada yada, all the usual stuff. But the 3%ers, if you did not know, was back in the Revolutionary War, the 3% of, it was either men or Americans that fought against the tyrannical British government, Revolutionary War, and thankfully because of them we have our freedoms today. So calling me a 3%er, that's not an insult, compliment. Saying that I am standing up to the tyrannical government, I think you and that's something I haven't heard about 3%ers. But I mean, like I said, I take it as not an insult. They tried. Crystal tried. So then continuing on, who was constantly liking things on a disgusting Facebook page, Hypocrisy News, has been afraid of us for these past couple of years. So a page I am liking posts because it's exposing you guys because you don't like inclusivity, but you preach it, but only for your side. And if we don't follow your side, you try to attack us.
That is some Inception shit going on there, oh, but it doesn't end.
We're not being inclusive, but you're not being inclusive because you see the hypocrisy in that. That you want inclusivity, but you don't like the other side, so you try to attack them. And so, saying that I'm liking stuff, oh, so what? So what? I'm liking a page that's exposing the hateful stuff in academia. Okay. So actually, Hypocrisy News is how I found out about this. That you were talking about me, and that you were hiding it from me, and the person who posts this only allows friends to comment on their stuff. So you want to talk about me, but you don't want me to talk about me on your stuff. Okay. It's the echo chamber. Wow. Deafening. So then the last thing that really honestly is relevant to this is the last sentence. Because we are apparently summoning the devil or something. It's not what I said. I didn't say you're summoning the devil. I'm saying that you are, not you specifically, I don't know who you are, I don't know what you do, but because of people who trying to bring adult things, and because this is YouTube, I have to watch what I say. Bringing adult things to young, impressionable children. That is immoral, satanic, and it's also the grooming of the next generation, because that's what people like them have said. The people who do drag queen story hour stuff, they've said it publicly. This is the grooming of the next generation.
This is going to be the grooming of the next generation. This is going to be the grooming of the next generation. We are trying to groom the next generation to...
But people like Crystal and her friends say this is a lie. That we're not doing anything. That it's okay for kids to see men. I can't say that either. It really sucks when you don't have free speech on YouTube, or when you don't really have free speech in America, because we get censored, and then we face repercussions. Like I said, why I did not want to speak up for these past few years, but I'm speaking up now. So then later on in the comments, in the comments, the first comment, I am not surprised. The first comment by Chris was, "Want to guess where he might be on January 6th?" Wow. Right away, just going with this January 6th thing. Now, if you really want to know where I was on January 6th, I was sick, in bed, with a sinus infection. I was sick, laying down, all warm in my blanket, and I was just fighting an infection. And you know what? My January 6th, me being sick in bed was not as fun as on January 6th as Sean's was.
Where were you January 6th? I was in a car dealership trying to buy a car, but then the guy at the car dealership was telling me that the frame damage was no big deal. And then I looked up, I saw on the screen that our republic was getting frame damage. Democracy worldwide was being crippled. Where were you January 6th? Let me know down in the comments below. Where were you? Where were you?
That's where I was on January 6th. Where were you January 6th? I was sick in bed with the sinus infection, all bundled up, nice and warm. Where were you on January 6th? Let me know in the comments below. So, past the January 6th thing, then it was other stuff attacking a group who's fought against forced masking in schools, and is now fighting against these adult books that are being shown to impressionable kids in school, but the local library that has this book says that if you cannot be a kid and check this book out. So you don't say that and I'm gonna say this because I don't know how to work around this for YouTube's sake. You say that graphic books, and adult content is not in schools, but you are attacking parents who found said pornographic and adult content books in schools. Just really not linking up. So later on, because there's more stuff that wasn't really about me, it was just people talking to each other. So, back to the original comment that I found was by this person named Sue. Again, I don't know anyone of these people, and they try. It's just funny that they are so bold on social media, so bold on their keyboards, the little keyboard warriors, but silent in person. Because this person was in attendance. I didn't know that. I didn't know this person. Didn't bother talking to me at all. This person, Sue, said, I was in attendance that meeting. Yes, he said he for his family and his job. Not sure who he fears. Really. Don't know who I fear. The people who gathered around Tucker Carlson's house, gathered around Brett Kavanaugh's house, gathered around conservatives' houses, scaring them, threatening them with harm or worse, doxing their public addresses and their families. You don't know who I'm afraid of? Well, now I'm not afraid of anymore. I'm not sitting by anymore. Who I was afraid of was people who threaten people for having a different point of view, different thoughts than you. But I'm not afraid. I am. I'm not sitting by anymore. So further on, he mentioned the devil at the start of his speech and God at the end. I think most of those in attendance, and all that was in attendance, I think was maybe 15, 20 people. I think most of those in attendance had no idea what he was trying to convey. Well, it's funny you should say that, because when I was done, a lot of people who were there were congratulating me for speaking up, for saying amen, so they knew what I was conveying of, and who liked what I had to say. So saying most people who don't know what I was trying to convey, I think you're talking about you, because you don't know what I'm trying to convey, or maybe you know what I'm trying to convey, but you don't want to think of it because it shatters your narrative of how things are being exposed of in school, but that's not bad. It's okay to show adult toys to minors. But let's continue on. So it doesn't seem to have any connection with Village Business. Well, it does, because it does. Village schools and also citizens. I am a citizen and a resident of this area where the village operates in. It is Village Business. And that's as simple as that. So, Crystal, the person who started this whole thing, went on to reply, he's afraid for his job. He says he's a YouTuber. Not sure how that would be threatened. Really. Well, one, YouTube is only part-time. I do something else. I'm not going to say that for privacy reasons. Second, don't know how that would be threatened. Well, let's see. YouTube is in California. The person who runs YouTube is a liberal who has a team that strikes conservative Trump supporters channels every so often to try and keep them in line, and also out of nowhere will shadow ban their channels, and ruining a good income source from conservatives. That's how it can be threatened. But of course, because you are not a conservative, you have nothing to worry about. You are protected. It's this. people claim this male privilege or white privilege or whatever. This is liberal privilege because they don't have to worry about this because YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, not Twitter anymore. Elon thankfully bought that, restored free speech. All the other social medias and all the other mainstream media is protected by liberals, liberal privilege. So then Sue comments again. The last comment said in response was also he stated that he wasn't a Republican. I am not. And it, like I said. However, he's definitely a right-wing conspiracy theorist. Again, the labeling of conspiracy theorists sounds. You want to know who is conspiracy theories? A lot of them that you call conspiracy theories, not theories anymore. They are fact. Twitter was a conspiracy theory that the shadow banning, the throttling, the lowering in the feed, it's called a conspiracy theory. And guess what? It's fact now. Fact. It's factual now. Yet they still prattle around about conspiracy. Label people who are on the right. I think there are a lot of so back to the comment. I think there are a lot of Republicans who would be glad that he doesn't claim to be one of them. Well, considering how screwed up the Republican Party is in the midterms, look at the midterms. Arizona was a win. Should have been a win. And it's probably going to get proven to be a win because Kerry Lake has brought a lawsuit going really good. Oh man, it, like I said, juicy, and all their narrative is being crumbling by the second. And it's so satisfying. Republicans, so you say that Republicans be glad I don't label myself as one of them. Well, you're kind of right on that one. I will say you are kind of right on that one because Mitch McConnell, Kevin McCarthy, Mitt Romney, John McCain, Liz Cheney, who else? Well, just those people say they are Republicans. Oh, Adam Kinzinger, that's another one. Who say they are Republicans are not really Republican. They're rhinos. They say they're Republicans, but they, if you've seen how they act, how they vote, they're not Republicans. They're rhinos, Republican in name only. So, I mean, real Republicans, I would lean more to that. A conservative, populist Republican or independent. That's more of who I am. And so that was really it. That was all that was there. Like I said, something so juicy. Crystal, the person who started this whole thread, like I said, deleted the post today, December 19th. Deleted the post because I found out about it. Because I found out about it because about it. Now that I found out about it, you quickly deleted it. Thought that was that you thought you were safe. That it's gone. You may have found it, but it's gone. You can't find it again. Well, funny you should say that because, like I said, like I've included in this video, I have the screenshots. I have and just like Hypocrisy News said, the internet is forever. You tried to insult me, tried to claim things I'm not, tried to also make me out to this bad person I am because I spoke up once at a board meeting, and you failed. So around here, You may think you get a participation trophy, but around here, give those out because those are worthless. So, maybe watch what you post and watch who sees it because you never know who's gonna find it and share it. So thank you everybody so much for watching. I'm going to include this in a playlist with the District 34 board meeting and the trustee meeting, and this all in a playlist. I will try to figure out what that name will be. If you have a name for it in the comments below, please let me know and I may choose it. But this is another liberal fail. And I am so happy that they tried all they could and didn't amount to anything because they failed. I am so happy I could dance.
Oh, I'm so happy I could dance! Oh.
So that'll be all for me today. Thank you everybody so much for watching. Please like this video. Please share it because YouTube algorithm try and suppress it, try to hide it. Who knows what they'll try to do. And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button and tap that little bell for notifications. You know when a video goes live because subscription does not mean anything. I will see you guys next time. The next video I will upload will be another yearly recap like I did last year. This year didn't have a whole lot, I would say, compared to the last one, but it was still a pretty good year, I would say. And I will see you guys next time.